Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome Richard Liersch to the show. He and I have already been talking for 5 hours straight, and I forgot to push the record button. So he's already put a contract hit out on me. He's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
he's gonna have to have his contract assassin kill all the other contract assassins first before he can have the privilege of collecting that big reward of $27.83. So, Richard, you were saying there in Wisconsin, y'all have up and down weather. Some days it's cool, some days it's real warm.
Right now, when I look outside, we're getting haze from Canada. There's big forest
Are you?
fires up there.
Is it 540 forest fires?
Oh, huge forest fires up there in Canada, and that wind just keeps blowing down into all the way down, probably to Missouri.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's just
God.
yeah. You can't. There are some days you can't see for maybe half a mile. It's that.
Now, are
It's
you
that.
guys in northern or southern Wisconsin?
Basically, you'd call it southern Wisconsin.
Okay, now, and are you to the east or the west of Minnesota?
We are southeast of Minnesota.
You're
And
southeast?
yeah, we are right on the edge of Lake Michigan.
I
So
took,
yeah,
oh man, I took geography back in the 1300s at the Vatican, but I don't remember the Minnesota being
so we're just we're north of Milwaukee about 45 miles. So
Well, then Milwaukee must be in southern Wisconsin.
it is. And then another 90 miles, we're in downtown Chicago.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So the total mileage from your place to Chicago is how much?
90, 100 and 150 miles, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
150 miles from Chicago.
Yeah, it's only a few hours. You get hop in the car, we can be downtown Chicago in no time at all.
Boy, that just
It's a really
fries my bacon. That just really, I'm serious, man. I don't remember that.
it's a real
I don't
challenge to
remember
drive
that.
down. It's a
Wow.
challenge.
Milwaukee is 100. Well, you guys are a little bit farther, but Milwaukee and Chicago are relatively close. I didn't know that.
If you get down on the lakefront, if we get down on the
Lake
lakefront,
Michigan.
Lake Michigan, and you get on a bluff down here, you can actually see some of the towers from Chicago on the lake.
My God.
On a clear day, yep.
So Minnesota is northwest of you,
Yeah, mostly
and
north. Mostly north.
mostly north, and they have Lake Superior up there, right or not?
Yep.
Okay. Now, did I tell you? I feel like I've done something wrong because there's a great, very large group in Minnesota, I think, or they might be in Wisconsin, that help the veterans. And it's a whole network of networks. So it's like 60 or 100 organizations.
Wow.
And they had a big shindig in 4 cities in North America last weekend, trying to raise money to help vets. And I don't remember all the groups, but a couple of the groups are Die Hard, which helps with suicide prevention, and one's called Spirit of the Game, a bunch of the Disability Channel, a bunch of other stuff. I just thought I'd mention them because they're lovely people like yourself. The main guy that I know is Kurt Roscoff. And you're both attached to Alignable. So
Yeah, and I was in the Army Reserve for 6 years. but we didn't get
Okay.
sent during the Vietnam
Wh-
crisis.
were you in the States or Germany or where were you?
No, they kept us in the United States.
Okay.
Yeah, it
What
kept
was
us in the
your,
US. Yeah, so we were sent down south a lot for, encampment type things. And then we were supposed to go to the Bay of Pigs.
oh my God.
Yeah,
And you didn't go, obviously,
no,
right?
no, we didn't.
Boy, oh boy.
That was a close one.
Yeah, that
What a fiasco that was.
and I don't know how it went wrong. I mean, they did some intel before they did it, and I think President Kennedy approved the invasion, right?
Yeah,
But it still went wrong somehow.
didn't send
Something
enough
leaked.
men.
Something leaked somewhere.
They didn't send enough
Some
people down there.
was that it? It wasn't a
Yeah,
leak?
yeah, it was just short of people. If
Huh.
you,
By
so
how much? You think couple thousand, ten
oh,
thousand?
100, you'd have to have 100,000 people going in there.
Okay. You know,
And it
that's
was,
what I go ahead.
so that we were fortunate. We were right on the edge of that. And
Yeah.
so anyway, right now what I'm doing is I'm working on my story.
The angel in the
Which is,
crowd?
yeah, my angel in the crowd is uh it's in that process right now where I'm looking for a producer. A
I thought
film.
you did some company option it yet or not quite?
Not quite yet. It's out there for
Oh.
a couple of them, but we're still
Now,
looking for more
when
people.
you look for a producer, how do you go about doing that?
It's kind of like word of mouth because most of those
Okay.
people are shielded. They're shielded.
Yeah.
You
No.
can't get
Do you ever use IMDb Plus or any of those services to get to their managers?
you can't do. In fact, they don't really. They aren't much help either. They're still
Really?
shielded. Yeah.
Huh.
Um,
Okay.
I have my writer, the writer who wrote my script. He's a member of
Right.
that, and
Okay.
he's still. We can't seem to reach the right people. And what I've got a list of probably about 60 or 70 movies that I liked. And then what I do is I'm trying to do the research on the movies that I like the best, and then synthesize it down so I can get a hold of their producers or their directors or whatever. But so I've got one producer in California in your area, and
Right.
and then I have one in New York right now. He just got done doing a movie, so they're
And
all.
they're reading the story or reading the script or what?
We sent it to them, but I don't know if they'll even read it. You know,
Okay.
it's and then I sent them like a cover letter, you know,
Yeah.
and the letter is very, very well done. I actually used AI to help me
Oh,
put.
yeah. And I was just going to suggest, believe it or not, I'm on Gemini several times a day. I would like to jump on there with your permission and see if she has anything to say about how to get to a producer.
Yeah, I'd love to see. I'd
We
love to
try
see
that.
what's. Yeah, if you could
See
do
what
that sometime.
she may not have anything about you, but she might. Just try it here. I interviewed her earlier today about the Black Panther Party. I did a show where I interviewed her, Gemini. Hi, Gemini. Are you there, dear?
Hi there. I'm here. How can I help you today?
Honey, I'm working with my friend Richard. He's got a great story, a short story that he wrote called The Angel in the Crowd. Uh, what in? Sorry, is calling. I'm just going to let it ring out. I don't know who that is. Let me let it ring out. I'm just going to the phone, it'll mess it up. So I don't know why I set it on. I didn't set it on Didn't disturb thing at 5, but it's Okay, so Gemini, I apologize for that. Richard, I apologize. So Gemini, my friend, has a story, The Angel in the Crowd. He has been trying to find a producer or a director or both. He's got one person in California, one in New York, but neither one of them seem to be reading the script. He's spent years and years writing a story, getting the script written. Please give us some suggestions about how to get a hold of a real live director and or producer so we can get this made into the movie that it deserves.
That's a great question. It sounds like Richard has put a lot of work into this script. Have you considered looking into film festivals or screenwriting competitions? Sometimes producers and directors attend those events to find new projects. There are also online platforms where you can connect with industry professionals. Would
Yeah,
you like me to help?
now because with Richard's experience, I don't know all of it, but a part of his experience, like with IMDb Plus, is that it's not very helpful. Do you have a shortcut we can use to get? We're both rather elderly men, so we can't do a lot of traveling to festivals and such. Can you, what would be the step? Get us an agent or can we talk to somebody? Is there a nonprofit organization that would help us find a producer or director?
Okay, I understand. You're looking for a more direct approach, especially since travel isn't ideal. Have you considered reaching out to any film schools or universities with strong film programs? Sometimes they have resources or connections that could be helpful.
Okay, would that be any good, Richard? Would you like that or not?
Yeah, we have a,
I think
um,
reaching out to film schools could be a good idea. They might have job boards or alumni networks where Richard could post a project. He can help you find some film schools in your area.
Let's get Richard's feedback first, Gemini. Go ahead, Richard.
the universities would be good. We do
Sure,
have the University of Wisconsin,
we
Milwaukee.
can explore that option further.
Honey, don't speak unless I ask you to speak, okay? Because we're trying to give Richard his chance. All right?
I'm sorry. I
All
didn't
right.
mean to interrupt.
All right, let him talk. Go ahead, Richard.
Well, we do have the University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee. And that is a possible outlet. And we do have some film companies here in Wisconsin. The state of Wisconsin right now is not putting up funds for film right now.
Okay, they stopped doing that because of the right-wing government or something, or what?
And I no, I just haven't been doing it at all.
Okay,
Mhm.
so Richard,
It sounds like you
Gemini, stop. How can I get you to stop unless I address you directly? What can I do?
I apologize for interrupting. I'll wait until you address me directly.
All right, I mean it, please. All right, so Richard, can I help you with that? Can I make some phone calls for you or not?
Yes, I can send you a
I'm
cover
ready when you
letter.
I'm putting her on hold. Go ahead. You're gonna send me a list?
Yeah, I'll send you a cover letter.
Okay, I might not need it, but go ahead. And then I don't want you to have to spend the time. I want to help, Richard.
I
So
have,
let me ask you a question. What states of the union would you be comfortable having the producer director be from? Does it matter to you?
probably the Midwest.
Okay, good. So
Good.
you and I are on this show. We're brainstorming. I've got Gemini on hold, so she cannot interrupt us, hopefully. Uh, Midwest, what does the Midwest mean to you?
It's where the film takes place.
No, I mean, what states in the Union do you see as Midwestern? Because you and I
Okay,
probably have different thoughts about that.
I would say the Midwest states would be Minnesota, as you say, and Wisconsin, and Illinois, and possibly Iowa.
Okay, so we'll stick to those four states to start. And my task is to call whom? Film schools at university level?
Actually, production studios, movie
Okay,
studio.
video production studios?
Yeah, that
Uh,
would probably be the best place to go. I
You
do,
know, some of those are going to be expensive. I mean, isn't it the job of a producer to pay for all that?
well, we're working on that right now. We're trying to find um, funding. That's the next thing.
All right, so let you and I brainstorm, and then I'll play this over and over for myself. So we have two things here. One is finding the producer who will pay for the film, and one is finding a place that will actually quote unquote shoot the film, right? Or not? Is that what
We
we're
have
doing?
we have all the locations and all the only, and we have volunteer actors except for the main two actors in the story.
Okay, so so you have the actors, you have the locations.
And
I'm thinking you probably have the permissions to use the locations.
I do the one location that I'm having in mind requires um, permission from our county because we're doing it on county land. But I don't think
Okay,
we'll have
well,
a problem.
okay, well maybe we can recreate that somehow. My question is, you want me to call producers first? Do you want me to call film production companies first?
I think producers are the next in line.
So I'm calling producers first.
Right, and then I will give you have you ever worked with a lookbook? You know what a lookbook is?
I don't think so, frankly.
Okay, I'll send that to you. I'll send you, and that is what you send. It's like a fold out or
It's like a storyboard, right? Or what?
exactly. It's a storyboard on, on the web. And this one's got about, oh, maybe 12 pages to it. And it shows the different scenes where
Okay.
where it all takes place. My writer or the screenwriter developed the whole thing. He did a beautiful job on it.
All right. So how long of a film is it, by the way?
There is no film. It's just strictly
No,
uh,
no. I mean, is it if you have a script and a storyboard, you probably have a sense of how long the film might be.
90 minutes. It's a full
All
length.
right.
He
Okay.
wrote it.
Good.
Yeah,
You want to find?
his script runs about 130 pages, and when you do a movie, actually producers like 120. But
Okay. Well, okay. We got it. So then we're looking for a producer. Do we want this producer to be A, the person who funds the film, or B, a person who helps us put together a team of people who fund the film?
I think this producer could probably fund it himself. Once he reads the storyline, he's going, and if he's of substance, he
He's
will.
going to do what? Please repeat that.
In other words, once he reads the storyline, I believe he'll want to fund it himself. And it isn't a heavy budget on this one. It's more on location than it is, you know, there's only one scene in downtown Chicago. That's it.
Do you think what is your best guesstimate of the a range of what it might cost? 1, 2 million? What do you think?
I would say in the 2 million tops, depending on the actors. Of course,
Okay, the lead actor salaries are going to be a heavily contributing factor.
yeah, that's one of the problems. Unless they,
It's not, okay, not a problem. It's just something to be dealt with. Um, I'm sure I've got more questions. I don't know what they are yet. Let me do some work on it. I'm gonna open a spreadsheet just so I know how much time I spent. Uh, yeah, I'm sure I'll probably want to be in touch with you a little more often than usual,
Mhm.
but not until I get some of my ducks in a row.
Yeah. What is your
'Cause I'm gonna
Gmail
want
address? I'm
say
gonna
it,
need,
sir.
I'm gonna need your Gmail address because I'm gonna send you a rather large,
That's fine. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I can. You want me to tell you now? M as in
yeah,
Mary. M
what
as
is
in
it?
Mary.
Ma'am?
M as in Mary.
Okay, got it.
I as in igloo. D as in potato. C as in cucumber. 441 at Gmail. You do get email from me all the time, so it's actually in all those emails too.
Okay, it's MIPC441 at
Yeah.
gmail.com.
Yeah, my name is Mark Isaac Potter, so it's my initials
Yeah,
and then with the added letter C, 441 at Gmail.
gotcha. Yeah, I've seen it. I'm going to send you some of the information there. So that
Okay,
way,
so again, just so when I review this, when I review this video, I'll know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm looking for a producer to do a film of a roughly let's say $2 to $3 million budget, to be shot in one of the following four states: Wisconsin, Minnesota, Illinois, or Iowa.
it would be shot
Uh,
in Wisconsin. It would be shot in Wisconsin.
oh, you want it shot in Wisconsin?
Yeah,
It's okay if the producer's from one of those four states, you're saying.
absolutely. Yes. It's just that
And
travel time for producers,
is
otherwise,
expensive.
yeah, the crews and all that, because you're dealing with lighting, sound, and
So if I find a production house in Wisconsin, that's the best.
it would be if they're willing to take it on. Wisconsin is, you know what I mean? It's not like Illinois. You know what I'm saying? You don't,
No, I have no idea. What do
in
you
other
mean?
words, big time, small time. In other words, Wisconsin's, when you compare, productivity and uh, film, mostly Wisconsin is more of a basic type of a community than you're talking Chicago
All
or,
right, but why may I probe a little bit here? Because I'm going to have to do it eventually anyway.
yeah,
Does it, a lot of films are made in places that aren't where the storyline says they are.
yeah.
Why do you want it made in Wisconsin?
It doesn't really have to be, it could be made anywhere.
Like I'm
That's
saying,
the
yeah, I mean,
beauty
if
of it.
there's some place in Bosnia that looks like Wisconsin or could be made to look like Wisconsin, would it be a deal breaker for you? Not that I'm going to do that.
No,
I'm going to go for Wisconsin first, but my first job is
no,
finding a
the,
producer from one of those four states who's willing to work in the state of Wisconsin to make this film in Wisconsin. I'll try to do it that way first.
no, if we want to do it, if we really wanted to widen it out, California, because of their sets, and their screens and their backgrounds and their location, it could very well be shot in California.
Well, and that you'd be okay with that, right, or not?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because
Because
that would make it,
we've got trillions of people out here that are, we've got more people with stars in their eyes, deer in the headlight types that would do it. I mean, we want a quality film, obviously, but if we have to keep the budget so low, maybe we can find a producer who's only done two or three films, who lives in California, who used to live in Wisconsin, who puts cheese up his
yeah,
ass every night after sex, who wants to do this film, you know,
yeah, I see the film.
in your mind. Do you want a heavy influence on you want to be on set, you want to tell people what to do or not? Are you
I
going to
could,
be hands off?
I would probably be, um, I could probably do a lot of it on Zoom with them.
But
instead of,
you want that in the contractual workings. You want to be able to say, look, I see this scene as she
yeah,
walks up the street in the rain, and
yes.
you want that kind of authority or what?
Yeah, I would say yes, because otherwise they can run away with it and becomes,
Something you don't even recognize.
yeah, as a matter of fact, when my author, the film writer, screenwriter wrote it, he diverged off of my script quite a bit. And because he said
Oh,
this is because you know, you're limited in location, you're limited in scenes, and he took out some of the things that I had put in there that I thought were worthwhile. But he said, I'm the author. He's, you know, he is the writer. He's a real script writer, you know.
okay. No, so
So,
you finally resolved that you're willing to live with that.
yeah, I am, because he's a pro and he lived in California. He did write scripts in California.
All right. Okay. Well, so that's not going to become an issue like 6 months from now.
No, no, I work with him. He is a real professional, and he
All
is
right. Okay.
really, and he's a good human being.
All right. So I have a question. If I want to communicate with you
Hmm.
and I don't have the time to sit down and do a Zoom call, which I would prefer because I love having more shows, what do you want? You want an email? What's best for you?
Emails are good. The phone is great. We can talk like we are right now. You know what I'm
All right,
saying?
I'll probably record some of those. In fact, we'll probably just do a Zoom. I don't want to, it's going to be a very labor intensive thing to find. I'm not at all convinced I can do it, but I want to try to do it. And I think that if I can be honest, if I can do this for you and me, it would be a feather in my cap as well as yours. So, and we're going to go public with this just as soon as we can, like, you know, tomorrow probably. Because my belief, you know, like with books nowadays, you write a book, you got to start publicizing the book after you finish chapter one,
Yeah.
because it takes so long to get people to wake up and smell the coffee. They've got 100,000 things coming at them every day, you know, pink Jif peanut butter and you know,
Yeah.
car insurance agents who want to strip naked and sell them insurance. It's just madness out there these days. So,
It is. But I did notice one thing, that California, in your area out there, is just over bloated with a lot of producers, probably looking for a good story. You
yeah,
know,
but a producer is the one who has to pay for the story.
yeah.
The director, now, in your mind, does the director get chosen by the producer with kind of a
Yeah,
write off by you or what?
I think so. I think because of the nature of a producer, they have the connections. They have the right connections.
All right. Do you see
You
this
know,
as kind of do you see, am I asking questions too quickly?
no, no, I get what you're saying, and
All
also
right.
the choice of the people that are in the film. You know, the age bracket, the way we had originally set it up, was right between uh 18 and 29, somewhere in there, the people.
What, the lead actors or what?
Yes.
Or all the
Yeah.
people?
Yeah, the young people. The rest of them are
You're
uh
saying the demographic of the viewer or the age of the actors?
the age of the actors, because they're, in other words, he is the way I could give you a quick synopsis of the
No,
story.
no, no. Richard, don't, let's
Yeah.
not do that. So there's two actors, a man and a woman. They're 18 to 29 years of age in real life or in the story.
In the story,
Okay, so
it gives
then,
you a little more latitude.
and we have some more actors who play supporting roles, etc.
Yeah.
It's a 90-minute film. It's a love story. Do you see it as kind of a throwback movie or not? Kind of
No,
an old-timey movie, or you do not?
no, it actually takes place on a farm Like the only problem is with, in this situation, it takes place in a dairy farm. But you know what happens out there in California, you got dairy farms. That's another plus, you
Does
know.
does it take place at a period film? Does it take place in a certain year?
Nope. Just it could be right about in our time right now, real time.
All right. Okay, good. Well, I got to get this stuff down because if I got you on record, you can't come back later and say, oh, we were supposed to tape this on the dark side of Mars while three cows are dancing to a song by Jerry Lee Lewis, you know?
Yeah.
All right. So I will work on this. I how often do you want to be communicated with updates? I'm going to work on it. I'm going to keep records. I don't want to bug the hell out of you, but I also don't want to keep you in the dark. So give me some boundaries on, you want a weekly 3 sentence update? You want to,
Yeah.
what do
Weekly
you
would be
want?
fine. Yeah, weekly
All
would be.
right.
And
All right.
again, I don't have funds right now to send.
No, you and I always do this. Nobody has any money anymore if it's they're talking to Mark Potter, that's for sure. So
Yeah.
I
So
think
I
I
tell you
must
what,
do doing using the law of attraction to keep myself away from money. I'm gonna start opening a spreadsheet here while we talk.
it will be an enjoyable event. Let me tell you, with the storyline the way
Well,
it is.
yeah, I can't travel, so I probably won't get to go to the set, but as long as I have I don't, as long as I have a chance to say I did this or get you on camera someday
Oh,
saying, oh, Potter did something. We
well,
don't
you're in the
remember what,
credits.
but he did something.
Well, you'll be in the credits.
That's where they misspell my
Obviously,
name all the time. Yeah. I'm teasing you,
actually,
Phil.
my author, the scriptwriter, actually told me. He said, if you have a local, movie, he says, then you can invite, people from your community who want to volunteer to be in it, and they're in the credits.
Well, do you see some of the actors being volunteers or are they SAG people?
They're just volunteers. This last
You
weekend,
got how are we gonna get them out there? They're gonna pay for their own
yeah, that
ticket
would
from
be,
Wisconsin to California?
yeah, it would probably be whatever. Again, I would say if the film is shot in California, the people are there. That's a whole
Well, I'll
different
put it
world.
out. I'll put it out to the public either way. I'm going to make a bunch of these little 10, 17-second clips to build some excitement. And I'll
Um,
just do that when I have time. And then
okay.
we also have this long form interview here that we
Here's
can
this,
use as kind of a,
yeah, here's
go
the
ahead.
the main thing is that right now you've probably heard of Kohler faucets. Kohler faucets,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. All the time. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Very
I
popular.
well,
Very popular.
I spent this last Friday at the racetrack that's in the movie,
Okay. In what
and
movie?
my angel in the crowd.
Oh, your movie. Okay.
I yeah, I
All
spent
right.
I spent most Friday with the Kohler company. They race cars at the racetrack that I'm talking about, at this racetrack.
Okay. They're near you in Wisconsin.
They're only about 25 minutes from my home. It's a
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a 200 mile an hour track.
Okay. What do they do there? They don't do Formula One. What do they
Well,
do?
they do Indy.
Indy, really? Seriously,
Yeah, the Indy
IndyCar?
will be here
Oh,
about 3 weeks. The Indianapolis race cars will be here.
wow. Okay. All
They
right.
have they run all sorts of cars, including motorcycles.
And
And
this location is part of the movie story.
it is, if you look up Road America on your computer when it's up and
Yeah.
running,
Yeah.
you will see one of the finest. They consider it one of the finest racetracks in the United States.
Oh, okay.
It's
All
it's
right.
it is absolutely amazing. It's rolling
What's the
hills.
name of it? What's the name of it?
Road America.
That
Road,
is the name of the racetrack, Road America.
yeah, you'll look it up. You'll see
Well,
something. It's
all right.
it's 4 miles of racetrack. It's not a little track.
Hey, okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's all
like that
asphalt.
Nuremberg thing in Germany. I'm
It's all
gonna probably take this. I'm gonna probably take this interview and put it in Opus Clip and make little clips out of it too. I'm just gonna do everything I can think of to.
I'll try and send you I'll try and send you some video if I can. And
No, it's all right. That way you can if you want. You just, you know,
but the
I
racetrack.
would ask that if you ever benefit financially from this movie, please, for God's sakes, remember that I'm a poor white trash from Northern Ohio. Okay.
That goes both ways. I'm from rural Saukville, Wisconsin. Same story.
Well,
Yeah. So, but the thing
anyway,
is, it's just that it turned out to be a beautiful story and it should be
yeah,
shared with the world. It is the ending. The ending is like
No, I
people
understand.
want to walk
Kind of
out of
like
a
Pretty
theater.
Woman
They
or
want to walk out
something,
of the
right?
theater.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
you want
right.
to walk out of the theater feeling good. That's the
Oh,
way
yeah,
this movie is
yeah.
done.
Good. All
So,
right.
yeah.
So,
So
you
anyway,
would
I
say
will.
it's a love story, wouldn't you? Certainly.
It absolutely is. But
Good.
the female in the story is dealing with dementia. So
Okay. Well,
it- yeah. So she doesn't
that
realize.
makes it interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you have one day when you and I sit down offline, I will give you I'll give you a synopsis of the story. It's really something. It's got more twists and turns in it.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. I'm more
It has a
likely to
great
have
ending.
somebody just talk. Richard, I don't have a lot of bandwidth.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know. I know what you're
I'm
saying.
helping. I have literally, I have interviewed 700 people in the last 23 years.
Yeah.
You're one of those
I-
700 people. And guess what? Everybody has a project. Everybody wants me to
I'm not
help
asking.
them out in some way. And most of the
Here's
time, I do help everybody. So
here's my
don't be
story.
surprised. If somebody comes to me and says, well, what the WTF? I'm going to say, call Richard, tell him I said, sit down
Yeah.
with you and whatever.
Here's my
It's
story.
not that I'm not interested. It's just I got a lady in Sacramento that's building mobile homes for the homeless. I've got a guy in Minnesota who's trying to keep veterans from killing themselves,
Oh
et
boy.
cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Got a guy in Hawaii that owes me $300. That's the nicest person since Montgomery Clift who doesn't want to pay me. You know, I got
Here's
my
my
own set of
story.
problems. So,
I'll tell you very quickly. You have interviewed
uh,
700 people, and I have video recorded 700 people's life stories. I mean,
very
200.
nice, very beautiful,
I
very
sit
beautiful.
down
No, that's
and they're an hour and a half apiece. So
yeah. No,
I've I've sat down with people and talked to them on television.
yeah. Well, that's what makes you such a beautiful human being.
Well, they just enrich my life as far as I'm concerned. Talking to them are
After you and I are gone, they'll make a pizza
the
after
thing.
us, but they'll forget to name it after us.
Yeah, and I've all these 200 life stories I've done. They're our volunteer. I've done
Okay.
because I'm on a board of directors for a historical society in our county. So
Oh,
they throw me the stories, the people between 80 and 102 years old. So then
wow.
I video record them.
That's
And
beautiful, man.
it is fun. You hear the
Yeah,
stories.
that's why I like what I do. It's fun. I
Yeah,
really honestly consider this to be fun.
it is.
So, yeah,
I've never turned this into my website. Uh,
yeah. All right. Well,
uh,
yeah,
it-
it's an honor to know you, young man, and I think I mean, not to get
Fun
all
being with you.
philosophical. Oh, thank you. Not to get all philosophical on us, but I think that even our efforts to try to make this happen ripples through the universe in a way that does something positive, you know?
Yeah, all you can do is
We just
throw it
do our
out there.
best.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm throwing it out there. I'm not trying, at 84, I'm not trying to make money on this thing. I want
Well,
people to
you're not trying to get invited to the Met Gala probably, but
know,
you
and
and
I
I
don't,
may work on this and not have it happen and then have some kid out there say, I remember when Mark and Richard spent all those years trying to get that film made, and by golly, I'm going to make a film like that myself in honor of those two old farts.
there you go,
So,
because I don't think I'm not going to be at the Cannes Film Festival. I'll be honest with you. That's not going to ever
well,
happen.
now, you have any contingency if something happens to you? What goes on with the film?
Sure. One of the
Have you
readers,
made a trust thing or any of that
I
for
have,
the film, not your life, but
yeah, I have one person that I know who has built a worldwide company. He's just developing it now. It has to do with finances. And he would be the one that would get my story because as I wrote it, and he, the producer, the movie producer, we splitting it half down the middle. He gets my story one half. I get the other half. So
all
that's
right, all right. So, and you're that somebody in your family knows how that works, right?
yes, yeah,
Elaine or kids or somebody.
yeah,
All
and
right,
yeah,
good. Okay. All right.
yeah.
Well, I'm going to get
Sean
out of bed,
Sean is my go-to person for that. Uh,
but
he's
I
got a
mean, this
website.
stuff's all written down somewhere so that push comes to
It's
shove,
down.
somebody in your realm knows what to do.
Yeah, he's got my emails. He's got all my contacts. He's got everything.
All
And
right.
yeah, I kind of adopted him out, and just a wonderful human being. And I watched him take my living legacy, that website I had, and
Yeah,
moved it up
yeah.
to number one. He did that. He's
Good. Good.
very highly.
Very nice.
Yeah, he's one of those people that you want to associate that are always smarter than you are. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's what Andrew Carnegie said. Surround yourself with people smarter than you.
That's my theory. And good
That
people.
would be, yeah, and good people. Yeah, honest people.
Yep. And
I
that's
think
the only
there's
way.
two honest people left in the world. I wish it was either you or me, but apparently not.
We're two
All
people
right.
we're having fun. That's all I can say. We're enjoying
Yeah, no, this is
trying
a
to develop.
blast, man. I would not want to be doing something else. I love doing this. You're a brother to me. You're like a Christian brother to me.
Yeah,
So,
we followed that pretty close. Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm having fun with that too. I do a ministerial work, and that's fun too. So
You
anyway,
do you what do you do? Prison visits or what do you do?
door to door and on the
Do you
phone.
really still or you did?
No, I'm still doing it.
Are
So
you Jehovah Witness or what?
yeah. hmm
Okay, very
For,
nice.
for over 50 years.
Oh, God bless you, man. That's beautiful. Well,
Having fun with that.
I've been a conservative, well, a Southern Baptist, and then I went into Buddhism for a while, really, for
Mhm.
real. And then I discovered Episcopalians. And
That
I
was my
know that's
sister told you.
a lot more liberal than a Jehovah Witness, but I like to think that we're all serving the same God.
My sister was an Episcopalian.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So
All right.
yeah,
Well,
my mother was Jewish. Take that for
okay. Well,
so now you get this wide bandwidth
yeah, a
of
wide
people in
berth
our
of
family. And then my family was
cultural
Lutheran.
diversity. Yeah.
Yeah. So my family was Lutheran, Catholic, Jehovah's Witness, you name it. It's all
That's
one
beautiful.
melting pot.
Yeah,
and,
well,
and just enjoying people, Mark.
there you go. There you go.
So I'm going
All
to
right,
send you
then.
I'll send you some material here.
All right.
And send you a link if I can. And
Yeah, whatever works.
you did get the film that my wife did, right?
Yeah, yeah. We watched that together on one show.
Yeah, you
I was
saw Crush.
watching it. I was watching it on the YouTube
Did you see the
and
Crush
walked
video?
me through the huh?
You saw the Crush video.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You and I were on an interview,
Yeah.
and during the interview, I pulled up that film and we went. I watched it while you kind of did the play-by-play on it.
Yeah, and there's a new one I'm working on right now.
All right. Well, I'm not a bit surprised.
Yeah, it's
You're nothing if not industrious. So,
yeah, I got another one that's about what happened in Chicago not too long ago. Uh $300,000 fell off of the back of a Brinks truck, downtown Chicago.
that must have been fun.
Oh man, alive! And the driver, didn't even know he did it. And when he turned around to get back, the money was gone all over the highway.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah, and it actually happened. You can look
Uh,
on the internet. And so I'm developing a story about that.
hmm
Yeah.
All right. Well, say hi to your better half for me if you would, and
Well, you too, Mark. You stay healthy.
I'll do my darndest, sir, and I'll try to get you some weekly reports about. They won't be very long, 2 or 3 lines.
Yeah. Or
Probably,
you can call me.
what's his name that ran one of the GE, I think, insisted that his managers give him a half a page in a week, not any more than that.
I saw a movie that I liked a whole lot, and it was very well done, and it was kind of like a
Okay.
comedy. It was called
Yeah.
My Sassy Girl,
Okay.
and it was done with Elisha Cuthbert. She's a Canadian actress,
Right.
and I continue to see it over and over again because I like the storyline and the imagination that the writer put into it. Do you have cable there at your house?
Oh yeah. Well, we don't do cable. We do like Netflix, Disney,
Okay, this
Hulu, Apple
you can
TV, Fandango.
okay, you can find this one on YouTube for free.
Okay. What's the name
It's
of it
called
again?
My Sassy Girl.
Okay.
When you see it, it's one of these uh, walk away films that you feel good at the end, and that's it's kind of like my story in that in some respects. And so
Okay.
when
Now
you
I
see,
have a question. I have a question.
yeah,
You let me know for the first time here today that you are a Jehovah Witness person.
yeah,
That's going to heavily influence the culture, taste, tone of the film?
yes. In other words,
No
no
pornography, no
violence.
filthy language, no.
Exactly.
Do you see Hallmark getting involved in this at all or no?
Yes, Hallmark could get involved in it. Yes,
That's what I'm thinking. That's the genre.
it does a good.
All
It
right.
is. It does follow that line. The only thing I
Yeah.
don't like about Hallmark films, and I watch two films every night, and sometimes Hallmark happens to be one of them, but they're heavily uh, music over the dialogue,
Okay.
and it sounds like Tinker Piano all the way through there. You know, in other words, when you watch a Hallmark movie, you almost get aggravated by the music in the background. Um,
All right.
but some people don't even notice it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Uh,
of course,
but I don't have any.
movies now just suspend the dialogue for part of the movie and play music only.
Yeah,
I'm sure I'm going to have to be really honest with you through this process. And one thing I want to say is that I'm now kind of worried about you and the producer having different points of view about
Mhm.
anything like music and having
Music,
that stall the production.
I don't think there's a problem with music. In fact, in the original script that I wrote, it had music in it from the
But
70s.
because it doesn't go over the dialogue though, right? Or what?
The music is interjected in as kind of like it fits the scene. In other words, there's one in there. I've got a line on you. Okay, there's a song.
Yeah.
Here's remember. Uh, I've got a line on you, babe. Well, the girl in the scene actually is drowning, and he throws a line to her.
Okay. Right.
And so the music line could be, I've got a line on you, babe. But
Well,
at
we
any
have to,
time,
we
the
have to
producer
get
does,
rights to something like that. So,
yes. But the point is, if they do not see that as part of the film line, that's fine. You know, my interest is getting the film out there and not telling the producer or director what to do. You know what I'm saying? Other than morals.
yeah.
Because,
But I'm beginning to think I should start my search with Christian producers, maybe.
yes. Um, Somebody told me last night that Disney lost a whole lot of money uh, because of because of the seven Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah, I think I might have heard something about that. Something happened and somebody didn't like it.
About half the population. There was if you know what I'm saying, left and right.
No, but I could guess probably incorrectly, but yeah.
In other words, the movie flopped because of the uh, the storyline. So anyhow, what I'm trying to do is what we were trying to do is create a Christian movie, uh, with a good back.
Okay. Good.
Do you-
Now, there's some good Christian actors that I think we can approach or get references from, and
yeah,
a lot of the actors, Christian or otherwise, have people that they see coming up that need a
exactly.
helping hand or an opportunity, that
Something,
kind of thing. So,
yeah, a step
I'm
off,
gonna
something to
go see
step
what.
into.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let me work on this, and I will give you a short report in what's today, the 10th, 11th,
Um,
sometime around the 18th or 20th. I'll send you a little email saying, "Oh my God, I haven't made any progress," or
okay, sure. And I'm
"You."
working on product placements.
Oh, really?
I'm also,
Okay, good, smart. There we go. I like it. I saw a great scene in NCIS Los Angeles one time where they were in some kind of a car, and they really worked the thing about the car into the regular old dialogue. I mean, it's really
yeah,
smoothly done. It didn't seem artificial or
yeah.
extraterrestrial or anything.
That's why I'm working with the Kohler Corporation, being with them for a day the other day
But
at the
you
racetrack.
of course wouldn't mind having other product placements.
Anything they want in there.
Well,
Kohler's
not, you wouldn't want smoking. Smoking's real common. I imagine that's Jehovah's Witness. You wouldn't want that.
right, but that's kind of passe now with smoking.
Well, you'd be surprised on Netflix and places like that. It's still common.
Yeah. Well,
So
again, I can't dictate too much here because again,
yeah, I know,
these
but
guys are,
we'll try to keep you happy while everybody else is happy, and
yeah,
probably
but
a referee's assistant or something here.
exactly. So I'm going to send you a short piece of it, and then you can kind of get an idea where it's heading,
All
and
right.
you'll see it's got an easy way to follow. Let's put it that way.
All right, good. So yeah, uh, maybe I should find you know what a hashtag is, right?
Yep.
And maybe I should put a hashtag with at least some of the clips and videos I put out there so you can search that stuff.
Yeah. Let me see once if I give you
I
a,
don't know if I should use my angel in the crowd. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. You have any special
um,
hashtag thingy I can put with this stuff?
well, you got to get more of a pointed hashtag in there let me just,
Yeah, go ahead.
let me
That way,
see.
when I post, I can tag it with that. And theoretically, you could then go in any time of the day or night and throw that hashtag into the computer, and supposedly it would pull up all the stuff, right? Or not? I think that's how it works.
I'm trying to see what would be a good hashtag title here for you.
Now,
I'm
you
working on
can,
it right now. I'm looking in the lookbook here.
all right.
Here I'm going to read you something, and then you can pick it apart. The author,
Oh,
which I'm going to send you this. Are you still there?
yeah, yeah, I'm here. Oh, yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay, here. This is about a paragraph, a short paragraph,
Okay. Oh, okay.
and then we come up with a hashtag. A young man finds his lifelong dream of a soulmate. The only issue is she is suffering from amnesia, and he is pretending to be her fiance. Now he must make the decision to confess his deception and risk losing her, or maintain his lies to her, his friends and family, and hold onto his angel in the crowd. So he's working with some deception here.
Right. Good. That makes it interesting, obviously.
So in other
Uh,
words,
yeah. Well, yeah. Okay.
finding a soulmate, or finding,
I'm thinking of the following. I'm thinking, and you chew this up and spit it out too. My angel in the crowd is the letters. The acronym is MAITC. What if we called it MAITC movie?
could do that too. I don't know if
Would that
anybody would
work?
think.
Not?
I don't know if
Well,
anybody.
do we want them to know, or do we want to publicize the title right away or not? I mean, we
I think
could. We just should
um,
call it My Angel in the Crowd.
a hashtag, or you could put down film. Hashtag um, finding a lifelong dream or something like that, or
Uh,
soulmate or something along those lines.
let me consult some people.
Yeah,
It might be good just to use the title that supposedly the film will be titled that way. I imagine it's going to wind up being out. Somebody might want to change the title. I don't know, but we'll see.
yeah. The title has already been, it's already
Solidified.
copyrighted. It's copyrighted as that title.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, maybe I'll just use that as the. I'll ask some people how to what
He's got a
way of
sub. He's got a
best.
subtitle. He's got a subtitle here. Maybe you could work with this. The angel, it's my angel in the crowd, and what he's got, he says, with destiny, love will always find a way.
Huh.
Yeah. So I'm going to
Oh, I
send
mean,
this to
a
you.
little thorny on for my taste, but
Yeah. But I'll send this to you, and then you can kind of pick it apart and see what you think.
all
You know,
right. Well, like I
get a
say, I'll
hashtag
try to
going.
put something. I'll let you know what the hashtag is, so you
Right now
can find
it's
stuff supposedly.
I've never done it, but I've never done a hashtag, so that's the reason why I'm
Yeah,
kind of
I've rarely done them too, but all right. I'm getting tired, and I've got a 5 o'clock. So
yeah.
good night. Good night, Mrs. What was what kid? Who was that? Jack Parr that used to say good night, Mrs. Dalloway or something.
No, Mrs.
Was she the
Uh,
one?
an actor used to say, "Good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are." That was Jimmy
Was
Durante.
that Jimmy Durante? Okay. Can I
He's,
tell you a joke?
oh, of course,
No. Now this is a blue joke. You know what a blue joke is?
not really.
Okay, well then I won't tell you. I'll tell
Okay,
somebody else in your behalf.
all right. So I'll
All
let you
right.
go. You grab your
Take care.
dinner.
Talk to you soon. Take care of yourself.
You too, Mark. It's been enjoyable.
All right, sir. God bless. Take care.
You-
Talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. Bye bye. Say hi to Elaine.